Have you ever this ain't
Okay guys, so I just finished washing my hair. I just got done doing my wash day video, and so this one is going to be me attempting to try a different kind of method with the Flexi rod. So I'm just gonna record it just in case this time turns out good, then I can show y'all this one and the different method I did to get the effect of the look that I'm trying to achieve. So like I said in my last video, that I saw a girl do the Flexi rod method, but she used a horseshoe method with the Flexi rod. So basically, like, she'll take the Flexi rod and then she will bend it like this, and then she will like part her hair. She'll wrap one side around here and then the other side around there, and boom. So I really like how hers turned out. So I'm gonna try that way, and maybe it turns out better than how I did in my last video. So let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna start by parting my hair down the middle. Technically, I'm going to have 8 portions in my head. Once you start by parting your hair down the middle into 2 sections, you're gonna part again, which is gonna give you 4 sections. You're gonna have 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side, and then each 4 of those sections you're gonna part again, which is gonna give you 2 sections in your 4 parts, which will be 8 parts in total. But I'm going to break it down to show y'all how I part off each section. Now I'm going to part the left side of my hair into 2 sections, and then I'm going to put the back section into a bow to get that out the way, so I can only work with my front portion of my head. Now what I'm going to do is part the front section of my head once again into 2 equal portions. Now what you want to do is make sure you comb it thoroughly to get any tangles out of it, because if you have any tangles, it may not come out right once you start to wrap it around the Flexi rod. So make sure it is smooth as possible. Now you want to take the other piece of your hair that you separated and put it away, so you can only work with the front little portion. Now you want to take your curling mousse, or what I use is my Cantu curling mousse, but any curling foam would be okay as long as it's a foam material. Now you will want to apply your curling mousse on the portion that you're working with, and make sure you have plenty of mousse on it so it will come out curly in the way that you want it to. Now you're going to part this portion that you're working with into 2 parts once again. Now you want to take your Flexi rod and bend it in like an N shape, just like a horseshoe. You want to take one section of the hair and just swirl it around one end of your Flexi rod. Make sure when you're twirling the hair around the Flexi rod, you're moving most of your wrist and just twirling it, and go down like a spiral motion when you're twirling it on the Flexi rod. And now you want to bend that end of the Flexi rod so that your hair doesn't unravel. Now you're going to do the exact same thing to the other side of the hair by twirling it around the other end of the Flexi rod. Now you want to bend that end of the Flexi rod so it doesn't unravel like the other side. Now you're going to take the other portion that you had wrapped around the back of your hair, and you're going to do the exact same thing, combing out all of the tangles and then applying your Cantu or your moisturizing foam, curling foam. Now you're going to section it into 2 equal parts. Now you're going to bend your flexi rod in a horseshoe shape, taking one section of the hair and wrapping it around the flexi rod, twirling it down in a spiral motion, twirling your wrist mostly. Now you're going to bend that side of the flexi rod to make sure your hair doesn't unravel. Now you're going to take the other side of your hair and you're going to do the exact same thing by wrapping it down in a spiral motion on the other end of the flexi rod, twisting mostly your wrist. Now you're going to bend the other side of the flexi rod to make sure that side doesn't unravel as well. You're going to part your back section into 2 equal parts. Now you're going to put away that second portion of your hair that you parted off, and we'll just work with your first portion. You're going to take your comb and detangle it. Make sure you get all the tangles out. Now you're going to take your curling foam and apply it on that section. And now you're going to section it and part it into 2 equal parts. You're going to take another flexi rod and bend it in a horseshoe shape, taking one side of your hair and twirling it around one end, going down in a spiral like motion. And now you're going to take the other side and you're going to do the exact same thing by twirling it down in a spiral motion. And making sure to bend both sides so they don't unravel. It is the next day. So now I'm going to take them down and show y'all how they turned out. First, you want to take some moisturizing oil and just go throughout the parts that you parted throughout your hair and just moisturize your scalp. I'm going to use argan oil. Now I'm just going to take more of the moisturizing oil and just rub it on my hands, so when I take my Flexi down, I will be moisturizing my hair as well. Now you're just going to extend them just to pull on them and give them a little length. When you unravel them, just twirl them the opposite way that you twirl them up. Now you want to go back and separate each section. Now I'm going to take my wide tooth comb and just extend it a little bit more, just to give it a little bit more of a fluffier look and more length. Okay, I'm feeling this look. I think I may be doing this method more often. This is how the back turned out. It could have been more curlier, but the back wasn't completely dry, so that was expected for it to look like that. So this is it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, you guys.